Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy responded to Congressman Adam Schiff's assertion that Donald Trump could face the real prospect of jail time for his role in directing Michael Cohen to make illegal payoffs during the presidential campaign.
The president hires an attorney to solve a problem. He expects him to do it in a legal manner. I don't see, and if Schiff is taking this beyond to go forward and say there's a impeachable offense because of a campaign finance problem, there's a lot of members in Congress who would have to leave for that same place.
So, Steve Schmidt, you have Republicans reading into something about which they don't really know anything, the Mueller investigation. It's been a black box, except for the few documents, the sentencing documents we've seen recently. But as I said earlier, it's one thing to cast skepticism upon an investigation and worry about the credibility of Michael Cohen and perhaps the motivations of some Democrats in Congress and perhaps some in the media. It's something else entirely to dismiss out of hand the prosecutors from the Southern District of New York and the case that they have presented, not on a partisan basis, but based on the evidence they've seen.
I've long believed there's two things, Willie, you can't fix in life. You can't fix crazy, and you can't fix stupid. And when you listen to these Republican senators, and they're betting on Donald Trump, pushing all the chips into the middle of the table on Donald Trump, despite all of the lies, despite the fact that we now know 16 people affiliated with the campaign have contact with Russians, despite it all, they're prepared to bet it all that Donald Trump is telling the truth. Not Bob Mueller, not somebody who's distinguished himself with probity and rectitude over a lifetime career of service to the country, including being a Marine officer wounded in combat. And so it is extraordinary to watch. And as somebody who lives in the state of Utah, looking at 80-something-year-old Orrin Hatch, the hypocrisy is so astounding. When you look at what the man said during the Clinton impeachment, it just beggars the imagination in any capacity I have to describe the hypocrisy in the English language. But for the state of Utah, when you look about the trade up from Orrin Hatch to Mitt Romney, it's like trading in a Pinto for a Ferrari. So the state of Utah, and I suspect the country's going to be much better off, but the hypocrisy of it all is just astounding.
Mike, let me read, and you can take it.